अथ चतुर्दशोऽध्यायः गुणत्रयविभागयोगः। श्रीभगवानुवाच परं भूया प्रवक्ष्यामि ज्ञानानं ज्ञानमुत्तमं यज्ञात्वा मुनयः सर्वे परां सिद्धिमितो गतः। इदं ज्ञानमुपश्रित्य मम साधर्म्यमागतः सर्गेऽपि प्रलयते न व्यथितः। मम योनिं ब्रह्म तस्मिन् गर्भं ददाम्यहं सम्भवः सर्वभूतानां ततो भवन्ति भारत। सर्वयोनिषु कौन्तेय मूर्तयः सम्भवन्ति तासां ब्रह्म महद्योनिरहं बीजप्रदापितः। सत्त्वं रजस्तमः गुणाः प्रकृतिसम्भवाः निबध्नन्ति महाबाहो देहिनमव्ययम्। तत्र सत्त्वं निर्मलत्वात् प्रकाशकं मनामयम् सुखसङ्गेन बध्नन्ति ज्ञानसङ्गेन चानघ। राजोरागात्मकं वेदि तृष्णासङ्गसमुद्भवम् तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय कामसङ्गेन देहिनां। तस्मादज्ञानजं वेदि मोहनं सर्वदेहिनां। प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिस्सन्निबध्नाति भारत। सत्त्वं सुखे संजायते रजकर्माणि भारत। ज्ञानममृतत्तमः प्रमादे संजयत्युत। राजस्तमश्च विभूय सत्त्वं भवति भारत। राजसत्त्वं तमश्चैव तमसत्त्वं रजस्तथा। सर्वद्वारेषु देहेऽस्मिन् प्रकाशोपजायते। ज्ञानं यदा तदा विद्यात् विवृद्धं सत्त्वमित्युत। लोभः प्रवृत्तिरारम्भः कर्मणमसमस्प्रिया। रजसेतानि जायन्ते विवृते परतश्चैव। अप्रकाशो प्रवृत्तिश्च प्रमादो मोह एव च। तमस्यैतानि जायन्ते विवृते कुरु नन्दन। यदा सत्त्वे प्रवृत्ते तु प्रलयं याति देहभृत्। तदोत्तमविदां लोकान् अमलान् प्रतिपद्यते। रजसि प्रलयं गत्वा कर्मसङ्गीषु जायते। तथा प्रलीनस्तमसि मूढा योनिषु जायते। कर्मणः सुकृतस्याहुः सात्विकं निर्मलं फलम्। राजसस्तु परं दुःखम् अज्ञानं तमसा फलम्। सत्त्वात् संजायते ज्ञानं रजसो लोभ एव च। प्रमादमोहतमसो भवत्वज्ञानमेव च। ऊर्ध्वं गच्छन्ति सत्त्वस्ता मध्ये तिष्ठन्ति राजसा। जगन्यगुणवृत्तस्ता अधो गच्छन्ति तामसा। नान्यं गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं यदा द्रष्टनुपश्यति। गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति मद्भावं स्वर्गीगच्छति। गुणानेतानतीत्यत्वेन देहि देहसमुद्भवान्। जन्म मृत्युर्जरा दुःखैर्विमुक्तो मृतमश्नुते। अर्जुन उवाच यस्त्रिगुणानेतानतीतो भवति प्रभो किमाचार कथं चैतं स्त्रीगुणानातिवर्तते। श्रीभगवानुवाच प्रकाशं च प्रवृत्तिं च मोहमेव च पाण्डव। न द्वेष्टि सम्प्रवृत्तानि न विवृत्तानि काङ्क्षति। उदासीनवरासीनो गुणैर्युना विचर्यते। गुणवर्धन्त इत्येव योगतिष्ठन्ति निङ्गते। समदुःखसुखस्वस्थः समदोषस्मकञ्चन। तुल्यप्रियप्रियो धीरस्तुल्यनिन्दत्वसंस्तुतिः। मनापमानयोस्तुल्यस्तुल्यो मित्रारिपक्षयो। सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी गुणातीतः स उच्यते। मां च यो व्यभिचारेण भक्तियोगेन सेवते। सगुणान् समतीत्यैतान् ब्रह्मभूयाय कल्पते। ब्रह्मणो हि प्रतिष्ठाहम् अमृतस्य व्यगस्य च। शस्त्रस्य च धर्मस्य सुखस्यैकान्तिकस्य च। इति श्रीमहाभारते शतसहस्रं वैशिष्ट्यं भगवति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे गुणत्रयविभागयोगः चतुर्दशोऽध्यायः। अतः पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः पुरुषोत्तम योगः। श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वं मूलं अधःशाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम्। छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित्। अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतस्तस्य शाखा गुणाः प्रवृद्धा विषयाः प्रवालाः। अधश्च मूलानि असन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह ततोपलभ्यते नन्तो न च दीर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा तथा परं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम् यस्मिन् गतनानुगतम् इति भूयः तमेव च जं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यथा प्रभृति प्रसिता पुराणी मोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्य कामः द्वैर्विमुक्तः सुखदुःखसंज्ञः गच्छन्त्यमुदा पदमाव्ययम् न तत्सर्वयोगयो न शशंको न पावकः यत्कर्म न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम ममैवंशो जीवलोके जीवभूतसनातनः मनसस्येन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति शरीरं मध्यपाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयत् श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शानं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठया मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते उत्क्रमन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं गुणान्वितं विमुदानं पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषा यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्ति चेतसः आदित्यागतं तेजो जगद्भासयते अखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तच्तेजो विधिमामकम् यमाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधि सर्वः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनं देयमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचं ज्ञानं चतुर्विधं सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मतास्मृतिज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहं एव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम् द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते उत्तमः पुरुषः संज्ञा परमात्मेत्युदारितः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्यव्यय ईश्वरः यस्माक्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरदापि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रतितः पुरुषोत्तमः यो मामेवम् सम्मूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमम् स सर्वविद्वजातिमं सर्वभवेन भारत इति गुह्यातमं शस्त्रं निधमुक्तं मया नघ एतद्भूत्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृत्यश्च भारत इति श्रीमहाभारते शतसहस्रं संहितायां वैयासिक्यां भीष्मपुराणे श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः षोडशो अध्यायः दैवासुरसम्पद्विभागयोगः श्रीभगवानुवाच अभयं सत्त्वसंशुद्धिर्ज्ञानयोगव्यवस्थितिः ज्ञानमोहनश्च यज्ञश्च स्वाध्यायस्तपार्जवम् अहिंसा सत्यमाक्रोधस्त्यागः शान्तिरपैशुनम् दया भूतेष्वलोलुकं माधवं व्रीरचापलम् हे चक्षामाधृति शौचं मधुरो नातिमानिता भवन्ति सम्पदं दैवीम् अभिजातस्य भारत दम्भो दर्पोऽतिमानश्च क्रोधापायुषमेव च अज्ञानं च विजातस्य पार्थ सम्पारमासुरीम् दैवी सम्पद्विमोक्षाय निबन्ध्यश्रुतः मासु च सम्पदं देवम् अभिजातोऽसि पाण्डव भूतः सर्वलोकेऽस्मिन् दैवासुर एव च देवो विस्तरशा प्रोक्ता असुरं भक्तमे शृणु प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च जनान् विद्युरासुरा न शौचं नापि चाचारो न सत्यं तेषु विद्यते असत्यमप्रतिष्ठं ते जगदारूढमीश्वरम् अपरस्परसम्भूतं किमन्यत् कामहेतुकम् एतं दृष्टिम् अवष्टाभ्या नष्टात्मनोऽल्पबुद्धयः प्रभवन्त्युग्रकर्माणः क्षयाय जगतो हितः काममाश्रित्य दुष्पूरं दम्भमानमदान्विता मोहात्मेन सद्ग्राहं प्रवर्तन्ते अशुचिव्रताः चिन्तम् अपरिमेयं च प्रलयन्तम् उपाश्रिताः कामोपभोगपरमा एतावदिति निश्चितः अशपशशतैवदा कामक्रोधपरायणः यन्ते कामभोगार्थं यनन्येतं संचयन् इदं मद्यं मया लब्धं इदं प्रप्स्ये मनोरथम् इदं मस्तिदमपि मे भविष्यति पुनर्धनम् सोमयातः शत्रुरनिश्य चापरामपि ईश्वरोऽहं भोगी सिद्धोऽहं बलवान् सुखी आद्योऽपि जनवानस्मि कुञ्जोऽस्ति सदृशो मया यक्षेदस्यामि मोदिष्य इत्यज्ञानाविमोहितः अनेकचित्तविभ्रान्ता मोहजलसमावृता प्रसक्ता कामभोगेषु पतन्ति नरकेषु च स्तब्धानामानामदान्विताः यजन्ते नाम यज्ञैश्चे दम्भेन वधिपूर्वकम् अहङ्कारं बलं दर्पं कामं क्रोधं च संश्रितः मामात्मपरदेहेषु प्रविशन्तोऽभ्यसूयका तन्नाहं द्विषता क्रूरं संसारेषु नराधमम् सूर्यसेव जोनिषु असुरीं जोनिमापाना मूढा जन्मनि जन्मनि त्रिविधं नरकस्येदं द्वारं नश्यमात्मनः कामक्रोधस्तथा लोभस्तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजेत् एतैः विमुक्तकौन्तेय तमोद्वारैस्त्रिभिर्नरः आचार्यत्मनाश्रयस्ततो याति परां गतिम् यः शास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न स सिद्धिं वाप्नोति न सुखं न परां गतिम् तस्मात् शास्त्रं प्रमाणं ते कार्याकार्याव्यवस्थितौ यात्मशास्त्रविधानार्थं कर्म कर्तुमिहार्हसि इति श्रीमहाभारते शतसहस्रं संहितायां वैयासिक्यां भीष्मपर्वणि श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे कृष्णार्जुनसंवादे दैवासुरसम्पद्विभागयोगो नाम षोडशोऽध्यायः सप्तदशोऽध्यायः श्रद्धात्रयविभागयोगः अर्जुन उवाच ये शास्त्रविधिमुच्यते तेषां निष्ठा कृष्णसमं अहोरजस्तमः श्रीभगवानुवाच श्रद्धादीनं स्वभावजा सात्विकी राजसी चैव तमसि चेतितं शृणु सत्त्वरूपः सर्वस्य श्रद्धा भवति भारत श्रद्धयामोऽयं पुरुषो यो यच्छ्रद्धः स एव च यजन्ति सात्विका देवं यक्षरक्षसः प्रेतं भूतगणश्चन्ये यजन्ति तमसा जनाः अशास्त्रविहितं घोरं तप्यन्ते तपो जनाः धर्मालङ्कारसंयुक्ता कामरागमलान्विता रसायन्ता शरीरस्थं भूतग्राममचेतसा मां चैवन्त शरीरस्थं तं विद्यासुरनिश्चयन् आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रिया याज्ञस्तपस्तदानं तेषां वेदमिमं शृणु आयुषत्वाफलारोग्य सुखप्रीतिर्वर्धना रसयस्विद्या आहारसत्त्विका प्रिया लवणात्युष्णा तीक्ष्णरूक्षविदाहिनः आहाररजसस्येष्टा दुग्धशोकमयप्रदा यथामयं गतरसं भूतिपार्युषितं च यत् उच्छिष्टमपि चामेध्यं भोजनं तमसः प्रियम् अपालकं क्षिभिर्यज्ञो विधिदृष्टो युज्यते यष्टव्यमेवेति मानः समाधय स सात्विकः अभिसन्धाय तु फलं दम्भानर्थमपि चैव यत् युज्यते भरतश्रेष्ठ तं यज्ञं विधिराजसं विधिहीनामसृष्टानं मन्त्रहीनामदक्षिणं श्रद्धाविरहितं यज्ञं तामसं परिचक्षते जागुरुप्राज्ञा पूजनं शौचमार्जवं ब्रह्मचर्यम् अहिंसा च शरीरं तपोच्यते अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यं सत्यं प्रियहितं च यत् स्वाध्यायाभ्यासनं चैव वाङ्मयं तपोच्यते मानप्रसादसौम्यत्वं मौनमात्मविनिग्रहः भावसंशुद्धिरित्येतत् तपोमानसमुच्यते श्रद्धया परया तप्तं तपस्तत्त्रिविधं नरैः अपालकं क्षिभिर्युक्तैः सात्विकं परिचक्षते सत्कारमनपूजता तपोदम्भेन चैव यत् क्रियते तदिह प्रोक्तं राजसं चलमध्रुवं मुदा ग्रहेन्मनात्मानं
क्रियात्मका
परस्य दोतनार्थं तामसं उदारितं दातव्यमिति यद्दानं दीयते अनुपकारिणे देशकाले च पत्रे च तद्दानं सत्विकं स्मृतं यत्तु प्रत्युपकारार्थं फलम् उद्दिश्य वा पुनः दीयते च परिक्लिष्टं तद्दानं रजसं काले यद्दानम् अपत्रेभ्यश्च दीयते असत्कृतम् अभिज्ञानं तत्तामसमुदारितम् ॐ तत्सदिति निर्देशो ब्रह्मणस्तद्विधि स्मृता ब्राह्मणस्येन वेदश्च यज्ञश्च विहितः पुरा तस्मादोमित्युदारिता यज्ञदानतपक्रिया प्रवर्तन्ते विधानोक्ता सततं ब्रह्मवारिणम् तदित्यानपसन्दया फलं यज्ञतपक्रिया दानक्रियश्च विविधा क्रियन्ते मोक्षकाङ्क्षभिः सद्भावे साधुभावे च सदित्यैतत् प्रयुज्यते प्रशस्ते कर्मणि तथा सच्शब्दपार्थयुज्यते यज्ञेतपस्य दाने च स्थिति सदिति चोच्यते कर्म चैव तदर्थीयं सदित्येवविधीयते अश्रद्धया हुतं दत्तं तपस्तपं कृतं च यत् असदित्युच्यते पाता न च तत्प्रेत्य नो हिया इति श्रीमद्भारते भीष्मपर्वणि श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे श्रद्धत्रय विभागयोगो नाम सप्तदशोऽध्यायः अथाष्टदशमोऽध्यायः मोक्षयोगः अर्जुन उवाच सन्न्यास्य महाबाहो तत्त्वं इच्छामि वेदितुं त्यागस्य च ऋषिकेश पृथक्केशी निषूदन श्रीभगवानुवाच काम्यानां कर्मणां न्यासं सन्न्यासं कवयो विदुः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं प्राहुस्त्यागं विचक्षणा त्याजं दोषवदित्येके कर्म प्राहुर्मनीषिणः यज्ञादानतपः कर्म न त्यज्यम् इति चापरे निश्चयं चिनु मे तत्र त्यागे भरतसत्तमा त्यागो हि पुरुषो व्याघ्रात् त्रिविद्या सम्प्रकीर्तितः यज्ञादानतपः कर्म न त्यज्यं कार्यमेव तत् यज्ञोदानं तपश्चैव पवनानि मनीषिणम् एतन्यापि तु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा फलानि च कर्तव्यानीति मे पाठां निश्चितं मतमुत्तमम् यतस्य तु सन्न्यासः कर्मणो नोपपद्यते मोहतस्य परित्यागः तामसः परिकीर्तितः दुःखमित्यैव यत्कर्म कया क्लेशभयात् त्यजेत् स कृत्वा राजसं त्यागं नैव त्यागफलं लभेत् कार्यम् इत्यैव यत्कर्म नियतं क्रियते अर्जुन संगं त्यक्त्वा फलं चैव स त्यागसत्त्विको मतः न क्लिष्टकुशलं कर्म कुशलेनानुसज्जते त्यागी सत्त्वसमाविष्टो मेधवी छिन्न संशयः न हि देहावृतः शक्यं त्यक्तुं कर्मण्यशेषतः यस्तु कर्मफलत्यागी स त्यागीत्यभिधीयते अनिष्टमिष्टमिष्टं च त्रिविधं कर्मणा फलं भवत्यत्यागिनं प्रेत्या न तु सन्न्यासिनं क्वचित् पञ्चेतानि महाबाहो करणानि निबोध्य मे संख्येतान्ते प्रोक्तानि सिद्धये सर्वकर्मणाम् अधिष्ठानं तथा कर्ता करणं च पृथक्विधं विविधश्च पृथक् चैव दैवं चैवत्र पञ्चमम् शरीरवन्मनो वीर्यत् कर्म प्ररभते नरः नयं स्वविपरीतं वा पञ्चेते तस्य हेतवः तत्रैवं सति कर्तारम् आत्मनं केवलं तु या पश्यत्याकर्तबुद्धित्वां न स पश्यति दुर्मतिः यस्यानहङ्कृतो भावो बुद्धिर्यस्य न लिप्यते हत्वापि सैमं लोकं न हन्ति न निबध्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं परिज्ञाता त्रिविद्या कर्मचोदना कारणं कर्म कर्तेति त्रिविद्या कर्म संग्रह ज्ञानं कर्म च कर्ता च त्रिदैव गुणभेदतः प्रोच्यते गुणसंख्याने यथावच्छृणुतन्यपि सर्वभूतेषु येनैकं भावमव्ययमीक्षते अविभक्तं विभक्तेषु तज्ज्ञानं विधि सात्विकं पृथक्त्वेन तु यज्ज्ञानं नानाभावान् पृथक्विधान् वेति सर्वेषु भूतेषु तज्ज्ञानं विधि राजसं यतो कृत्स्नवदेकस्मिन् कार्ये सक्तं अहेतुकम् असत्त्ववर्तदल्पं च तत्तामसम् उदारितं नियतं सङ्गरहितं अरागद्वेषतः कृतम् अफलप्रेप्सुना कर्म यत्तत् सात्विकमुच्यते युक्तमेप्सुना कर्म सहङ्कारेण वपुना क्रियते बहुलायसं तद्राजसम् उदारितम् अनुबन्धं क्षयं हिंसम् अनपेक्षा च पौरुषं मोहादरभ्यते कर्म यत्तत् तामसमुच्यते मुक्तसङ्गोऽनहंवादी त्रिदुत्साह समन्विता सिद्ध्यासिद्ध्योर्निविकारा कर्ता सात्विक उच्यते रागी कर्म फलाप्रेप्सु लुब्धो हिंसात्मको अशुचिः हर्षशुकान्विता कर्ता राजस परिकीर्तितः अयुक्ता प्रकृता स्तब्धा शब्दो नैष्कृतिको अलसः विशाली दीर्घसूत्री च कर्ता तामस उच्यते बुद्धिर्वेदं धृतिश्चैव गुणस्तद्विविधं शृणु प्रोच्यमानम् अशेषेण पृथक्त्वेन धनञ्जय प्रतित्वं च निवृत्तिं च कार्याकार्ये भयाभये बन्धमोक्षं च या वेत्ति बुद्धिः सात्विकी यया धर्मम् अधर्मं च कार्यमेव च अधर्मं धर्ममिति या मन्यते तामसावृता सर्वार्थं विपरीतं च बुद्धिसपाततामसि धृत्याया धरायते मना प्रणेन्द्रिया क्रिया योगेनाव्यभिचारिण्या धृतिसपात सात्विकी याया तु धर्म कामतं धृत्या धरयते अर्जुन प्रसंगेन फलाकांक्षी धृतिसपात राजसी याया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं विषदं मदमेव च न विमुञ्चति दुर्मेधा धृतिसपात तामसी सुखं त्विदानीं त्रिविधं शृणु मे भरतर्षभ अभ्यसद्रमते यत्र दुःखं तं च निगच्छति यत्तदग्रे विषमिव परिणामे अमृतोपमं तत्सुखं सात्विकं प्रोक्तम् आत्मबुद्धिप्रसादजम् विषयेन्द्रिय संयोगात् यत्तदग्रे अमृतोपमं परिणामे विषमिव तत्सुखं राजसं स्मृतं यदग्रे च वन्दे च सुखं मोहानमात्मना निद्रालस्य प्रमोदतं तत्तामसमुदारितं न तदस्ति पृथिव्यां वा दिवि देवेषु वा पुनः सर्वं प्रकृतिजैमुक्तं यदेव शत्रुभिर्गुणैः ब्रह्मणा क्षत्रियावेशं शूद्राणां च परन्तप कर्माणि प्रविभक्तानि स्वभावप्रभवैर्गुणैः शमोदामस्तपा शौचं क्षान्तिरर्जवमेव च ज्ञानं विज्ञानमास्तिक्यं ब्रह्म कर्म स्वभावजम् शौर्यं तेजो धृतिर्दाक्ष्यं युद्धे चाप्यपलायनं दानमीश्वरभावश्च क्षात्रं कर्म स्वभावजं कृषि गोरक्ष्य वाणिज्यं वैश्यकर्म स्वभावजं परिचार्यात्मकं कर्म शूद्रस्यापि स्वभावजं स्वे कर्मम् अभिरता संसिद्धिं लभते नरः स्वकर्मनिरता सिद्धिं यथा विन्दति तच्छृणु यथा प्रवृत्तिभूतानां येन सर्वमिदं ततं सकर्माणादमभ्यर्च्य सिद्धिं विन्दन्ति मानवः स्वधर्मो विगुणा परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वभावनियतं कर्म पूर्वं नाप्नोति किल्बिषं सहजं कर्म कौन्तेय सदोषमपि न त्यजेत् सर्वारम्भा हि दोषेण धूमेनाग्निरिवावृतः असक्तबुद्धिः सर्वत्र चितात्मा विगता स्पृहा नैष्कर्म सिद्धिं परमं संन्यासेनाधिगच्छति सिद्धिं प्राप्तो यथा ब्रह्म तथाप्नोति निबुद्ध मे समासेनैव कौन्तेय निष्ठा ज्ञानस्य परा बुद्ध्या विशुद्धया युक्तो द्वितीयात्मनं नियम्य च शब्दादिं विषयं त्यक्त्वा रागद्वेषयुधस्य च विविक्तासे विलग्वासे यतवा कायमानस ध्यानयोगपरो नित्यं वैराग्यं समुपश्रिता अहंकारं बलं दर्पं कामं क्रोधं परिग्रहं विमुच्य निर्ममः शान्तो ब्रह्म भूयाय कल्पते ब्रह्म भूत प्रसन्नात्मा न शोचति न काङ्क्षति समः सर्वेषु भूतेषु मद्भक्तिं लभते पराम् भक्त्या मामभिजानाति यवान्यस्मि तत्त्वतः ततो मां तत्त्वतो ज्ञात्वा विशते तादनन्तरम् कर्मण्यपि सादा कुर्वाणो मध्यपाश्रया मत्प्रसादादवाप्नोति शाश्वतं पदमव्ययम् चेतसः सर्वकर्माणि मयि संन्यस्य मत्परा पुरीयोगमुपाश्रित्य मच्चित्तः सततं भव मच्चित्तः सर्वदुर्गाणि मत्प्रसादात् तरिष्यसि तथा चेत्त्वम् अहङ्कारं न शोष्यसि विनङ्क्ष्यसि यदहङ्कारमश्रित्य न योत्स्य इति मन्यसे मिथ्यैष व्यवसायस्ते प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति स्वभावजेन कौन्तेय निबद्धस्वेन कर्मणा कर्तुं नेच्छसि यन्मोहात् करिष्यसि वशोऽपि तत् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां हृदयेषु अर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयं सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया तमेव शरणं गच्छ सर्वभवेन भारत तत्प्रसादात् परां शान्तिं स्थानं प्राप्स्यसि शाश्वतम् इति ते ज्ञानमाख्यातं गुह्याद्भुततरं मया विमृश्येतादशेषेण यथेच्छसि तथा कुरु सर्वगुह्यात्तमं भूया शृणु मे परमं वाचा इष्टोऽसि मे धृतमिति ततो वक्ष्यामि ते हितं मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो मद्याजिमां नमस्कुरु ममेव शस्यसि सत्यं ते प्रतिजने प्रियोऽसि मे सर्वधर्मान् परित्याज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः इदं ते न तपस्काय न भक्तया कदाचन न चाशुश्रूषवे वाचं न चामं यो व्यसूयति य इदं परमं गुह्यं मद्भक्तिषु विधास्यति भक्तिं मयि परां कृत्वा ममैव सत्यसंशया न चातस्मां मनुष्येषु कश्चिन्मे प्रियकृत्तमा भाविता न च ते तस्मात् अन्यः प्रियतरो भुवि अध्येष्यते च यामिमं धर्मं संवारमापयोः समिति मे मति श्रद्धवान् न सूयश्च शृणुयादपि यो नरः सुपि मुक्तः शुभान् लोकान् प्राप्नुयात् पुण्यकर्मणाम् कचिदेतत् श्रुतं पाठात् त्वयैकाग्रेण चेतसा कचिच्च ज्ञानसम्मोहः प्रणष्टस्ते धनञ्जय अर्जुन उवाच नष्टो मोहस्मृतिर्लब्धा त्वत्प्रसादान् मया च्युता स्थितोऽस्मि गतसन्देहः करिष्ये वाचनं तव सञ्जय उवाच इत्यां वासुदेवस्य पार्थस्य च महात्मनः संवादमिमाश्रोषम् अद्भुतं रोमहर्षणम् व्यासप्रसादश्रुतावम् एतद्गुह्यम् अहं परम् योगं योगेश्वरात् कृष्णात् साक्षात्कृतयता स्वयं राजं संस्मृत्य संवादमिममद्भुतम् केशवार्जुनयोः पुण्यं दृश्यामि च मुहुर्मुहुः तच्च संस्मृत्य रूपमध्यद्भुतं हरे विस्मयो मे मान्द्राजं दृश्यामि च पुनः पुनः यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थधनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीविजयो भूति ध्रुवनीतिर्मतिर्मम इति श्रीमहाभारते शतसहस्रं संहितायां वैयासिक्यां भीष्मपर्वणि श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे मोक्षयोगो नाम अष्टादशोऽध्यायः इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता समाप्ता। गीता महात्म्यं गीताशास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयतात्मन् विष्णुपदमवाप्नोति भयशोकादिवर्जितः गीताध्ययनशीलस्य प्राणायामपरस्य च नैव सन्ति पापानि पूर्वजन्मकृतानि च मलनिर्मोचनं पुंसं जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीताम्बसिस्नानं संसारमलनाशनं गीतासु गीता कर्तव्या किमन्य शास्त्रविस्तरै यस्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्माद्विनिसृता भरतामृत सर्वस्वं विष्णुवक्त्राद्विनिसृतं गीता गङ्गोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दुग्धा गोपालनन्दन पातो वत्ससुतिर्भोक्ता दुक्तां गीतामृतं महत् एकं शस्त्रं देवकी पुत्रं गीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नमानि कर्मापिकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare तस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपदमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। मञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितनं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्नया कृष्णप्रेमपुरायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरतिष्ठे नमः। वृन्दाय तुलसीदेव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य कृष्णभक्तिपदेवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम। So by the mercy of our Gurudev, by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by the mercy of Radha Govinda, Tulsi Devi and all our acharyas, we sit together and have the opportunity to chant Bhagavad Gita and to listen also Bhagavad Gita, to meditate upon the Bhagavad Gita, and if they give really mercy we can understand also, and more mercy we can apply also in the life. Just reading is good, but reading without understanding, something is better than nothing, no? If we understand but we not follow, then what is the value of the understanding? So this Gita, hearing means to follow. Real hearing means follow. Otherwise just hearing. Example is given. Gurudev is sitting and his disciples also sitting and they listen. And the Gurudev said, please bring a glass of water. They are listening with full attention. Sitting. They say, please bring a glass of water. Yes, Gurudev. So are you listening? Yes, Gurudev, we are listening. So what is the use? So this Bhagavad Gita is the same. We are chanting now 700 slokas. But chanting, okay, yes. We are chanting with full attention, but what is the meaning? What is the practical application? This is also necessary. Therefore, just one sloka can change the life. If you just understand one sloka, and this is very deep. This is Gita Sugita Kartavya Kimanya Shastra Vistaya Swayam Padmanavasya Mukha Padma Vinisrita. Directly from Krishna these words come. So we see even in this world, if some high class people speak, we don't understand a single word. This is just human beings still. But what to speak of the Supreme Lord, if He speaks. So there are so many meanings inside us. So therefore everybody understands Gita also differently. Many meanings are there. One verse is there. Just in India, our Pujapad Vishnu Maharaj told me this story. Once one scholar came to the mat, Sanskrit scholar. And what are you doing? We don't need this. This is what maybe children want that. That is better after. This is disturbing. So one Sanskrit scholar came to the mat, and Vishnu Maharaj, you know, Sanskrit scholar doesn't mean you understand everything. You know grammar. They study grammar, they can everything perfectly understand according to grammar, but it may not be the real meaning. So Krishna in one verse he said, Yapyanna devata bhakta bhajante shadayamvita te primam eva kaunte yajant avidi purvakam. Similar connected to this verse also we will find. In 7th chapter, Krishna said this just after this chapter. Who are devotees of other demigods? Yapyanna devata bhakta. Who are the bhaktas of other demigods? And who worship them with faith? Bhajante shraddhayanvita. Te primam eva kaunteya yajanti avidi purvakam. They worship actually also me, Krishna said. But avidi purvakam. It's against the vidi, it's against rules. That is the meaning. Krishna said here this. Yapyanna devata bhakta yajanti shraddhayanvita. We see so many devatas are there, so many bhaktas also of devatas are there. They worshipping the devatas, but the worship goes to Krishna. he said, Aham nisarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhu evacha. I am the bhokta, means enjoyer of everything. Anything which is enjoyable in this world, anything which is enjoyed by anyone, ultimate enjoyer is Krishna. Whatever it may be, Krishna is the enjoyer of every enjoyment which is available in this whole universe from top to bottom. So there are many other bhaktas who worship other devotees, other devatas. And Krishna said, they also worship me, but against the rules. Because he said in the Gita, I am Aham hi sarva yaganam bhokta cha prabhureva cha na tumam na vijanati tatvena taschavantite. I am Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta. I am the enjoyer of all yagyas. I am Prabhu. Bhokta cha prabhureva cha na tumam na vijanati tumam avijanati tatvena taschavantite. Who does not understand this, he will fall down. Who doesn't understand that Krishna is ultimate enjoyer, whatever he may do in his life, he will fall down. So this is Sanskrit scholar. He explained, because he was a devotee of Lord Shiva. So he explained, Vipyanna devata bhakta yajante shadayamrita, who worship other demigods with the full faith. If they worship me, that is against the rules. Which also there this meaning, who is somebody, meaning is somebody is a devotee of Lord Shiva, he will worship Krishna, this is against the rules. That is not what Krishna said. That Sanskrit will allow you to get this meaning. It is correct according to grammar, but this is not Krishna's opinion. So therefore only scholarship will be not enough. We need the blessings of a Gurudev. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langatikam. One may be a fool, but the Gurudev gives blessings. One can understand. And one may be a Sanskrit scholar, but has not the blessings of one who understands what Krishna wants to say. He will only understand grammar and juggle with the words and get some different meanings. It's not wrong meaning, but it's not what Krishna intends to say. It's also one meaning. Many meanings are there. Many meanings. So here, Krishna gave his own opinion. This is Krishna's words, first of all. From beginning to end, Krishna speaks. Why he's speaking? Because he loves his friend Arjuna. And he sees Arjuna is in suffering. Because he is in the middle of two armies are there. Millions of soldiers are there. There are Kauravas, their army is 11 Akshahinis, and they have 7 or something, no Pandavas, less soldiers. But they will, next moment they will blow the horn and they will run to each other and slaughter each other. That is the place of this Bhagavad Gita. It's not nice living room with the heating system and all these things. It's a heavy place. It's just every moment it will start a huge war. And it started after also. So this is the situation. Then Arjuna wanted just to see. Let me see who came. Who is so willing, so eager to fight? Then he saw who is so eager to fight. His guru is there, his brother is there, his uncle is there, his relatives are there, he's all. Then he loses the enthusiasm. He loses also the strength, and he drops his Gandiva bow and says, Krishna, I will not fight. I don't want to fight. What we can get if we kill our relatives? Just imagine, you kill your cousins, what happiness you will get? Take their money, take their property, what happiness you can get? They are here killing their brothers, and he's telling to Krishna what we will get if all our happiness will be full of the blood of our brothers. So what we can enjoy? Better to lose the... Without weapons they can kill me, no problem. That is better for me. I go. Don't want to fight. Very heavy situation, no? Then Krishna said, how comes this? You're a fighter? Your heart is so weak? I mean, fighter means there is no relative, there's just opponent and there's just enemy and own party. You have to fight. There is, for Kshatriyas, there is no, this is my brother, this is my this. If you stand on the battlefield, you have to fight. But Arjuna lost this. And when Arjuna admitted his fault, then Krishna started to speak. Karpanya doshopahata svabhava prichami tvam dharma samudha chetasa. He said, now I don't know, Krishna, what happened. Karpanya doshopat, by this madness somehow my nature became changed. Arjuna did not understand what happened. Karpanya doshopahata svabhava, my svabhava, he knows Arjuna is a fighter, he fought so many. Single-handedly before he defeated all of these fighters. Drona Acharya was there, Kripacharya, Bhishma was on the other side. All were there, but before they were already fighting, he all defeated them, did not kill them, he defeated them just single-handed. Only one Arjuna against the whole army. Duryodhana, Karna, all they were there assembled. Arjuna defeated them. Now he said, I don't know what happened. That time he was not fearing. He was just, that is long story, Mahabharata. But he had no fear, so he shot one sleep weapon, they all fell to sleep, and then he collected their garments and gave to the princess there, where they were hiding. And when the 1 year they were hiding, Pandavas. So he defeated all of them. Now he said, Krishna, I don't know what's going on. Karpanya dosho bhata svabhava prachamitam dharma samuda chetasa. Please preach this dharma for a fool. I'm a fool, I don't know what is going on. Arjuna admitted I'm a fool. Then Krishna immediately starts speaking, you're a fool. When Krishna starts speaking, you speaking like a pandit, but you have no idea what you say. Your words have no meaning. Then Krishna heavy chastised Arjuna. Because Guru will not start before the disciple will not empty his mind and say, Gurudev, I don't know anything. Arjuna said, I don't know. Now, Shishyasteham sharimam tvam prapaman. I am your disciple, you chastise me. You give discipline on me. Then Krishna starts speaking. Before he was just speaking what happened to you, Arjuna, why you were so weak. He did not speak. This is not befitting for a Kshatriya. But when Arjuna said, oh Krishna, I don't know what happened, I am in ignorance, I don't know what is dharma, I am a fool, I am your disciple, now you chastise me, and Krishna started. Guru will not teach anyone who will come just there if he will not surrender and not open his heart and empty his heart. Therefore we give first pranam to the Guru. Pranam means you, like a cup of water, you empty your mind, throw out whatever we keep in our head, throw it out. Then we come to the Guru with the same mood like Arjuna. Shishyasteham sharimam tvam prapannam. I am surrendered to you, I am your disciple. What you teach me, I will accept. And then Krishna gave this wonderful Bhagavad Gita, not to Arjuna, to the whole universe. He spoke this. Arjuna became the calf. Sarvopanishado gavo dokta gopala nandana parta vatsa sudhir bhokta duktam gita amritam. All Vedas became one cow. Sarvopanishado, all the Upanishads, essence of Vedas, they became one cow. And who is the cowherd boy? That is Krishna. He did not change his role, the cow became different now. Sarvopanishado gavo dokta gopala nandana. Gopal Nandana, the son of Nanda Maharaj, he became the cowherd boy. But the cow will not give milk if there is no calf. So Arjuna became the calf. And Krishna took all the milk from this Bhagavad Gita. And who is drinking this milk? All the sadhus in the whole universe enjoying this Amrita of this Bhagavad Gita. Through Arjuna, Krishna gave the essence of all Upanishad. Therefore this is called Gita Upanishad. This is not officially one Upanishad, but it is really the essence of all Upanishads. All knowledge which is very difficult to get in Upanishad, get very easy in a simple language, because Upanishad is difficult language. Nobody, our Jiva Goswami in our line, Vanacharya, 500 years back, he proved in Kali Yuga nobody should study Upanishad. We will not be able to understand. Better take Puranas. Best Purana is Bhagavad Mahapurana. But the same knowledge from Upanishads, Krishna gave in the form of the Gita. And he put it into Mahabharata, which is meant for everyone. For those who have no Brahminical qualification, they can read Mahabharata. Inside he put this Bhagavad Gita. And knowledge about the soul, just if you go to 2nd chapter, Krishna just clearly told, you are not the body, you are soul. These all bodies anyhow they will die, but nobody will die. Just this one teaching, this is so much lacking nowadays. No? See, everybody is afraid of his body and think, I will die. Whole world is under the grip of this fear. Just Krishna with one shloka, this whole fear would be finished, but people have no faith, no fortune also to listen to it. It said in Prayena Alpayusha Sabha Kalavasmin Yuge Jana Manda Sumanda Mata Manda Bhagya Yupadruta. In this Kali Yuga, people have no long life They are manda. Manda means bad. Means this body is always sick. Some running nose, some pain here, some this, some that, joint pain, tooth pain, headache, whatever, no? Digestion. We have good experience, no? Something is always problem. So it's all people like that. Who are young, maybe you don't know. After 30, 40 years, you will realize these words. Now your children, you don't think, what is this man speaking? After you will...
to the parents.
But you see children always crying also. They have also so many problems, no? So always manda. Manda means everything is bad. Real meaning is we are sick always. Because the air is polluted, the water is polluted, the food is polluted, the mind is polluted, the ether is polluted, everything is polluted. So how you stay healthy in this Kali Yuga? It's not possible at all. So manda, everybody is sick, but more sick is the intelligence. Sumanda mataya. This means sumanda is very, how do you say, bad, very dull. This intelligence. We cannot enter into deep topics. See in ancient times how they were living. They had no karma. Nowadays, you have millions of karmas just when getting up. So many things. Phone is ringing, this, that. You have to deal with many emails to answer. You have to go there. You have to do so many things. So many rules, so many laws, so many these. Before that was not there. They have one hut, one kutir, one cow. They're not, when they wake up, there are no duties. Just care for the cow and chant, meditate, so they have mind to enter into this. Now it is not possible in this Kali Yuga due to so many different karmas, you cannot get a peaceful mind. So intelligence is very dull, cannot enter into these deep things. Somebody may have still a long life, because in the beginning it said Prayana Alpayusha, the lifespan is very short. Okay, we have a long lifespan, then he's always sick. He's not sick, okay, then the mind, his intelligence are not very sharp. Even if this is the one who has a long lifespan, healthy body, clear intelligence, manda bhagya, fortune is very bad. In Kali Yuga, is so many problems are there, so many disturbances are there. So somebody may still have a good fortune. Then we have another problem in Kali Yuga that is called Upadruta. Always some telephone is making ping, ding. Even you have some peace, you have good fortune, and then something is coming. No, that is Upadruta. Or you're sitting here in summertime or in India, you're sitting and you meditate and some mosquito is coming. Your mind is also gone. So many disturbances in Kali Yuga, they don't allow us to go too deep to the study. So therefore Krishna knows this. This is the case of all. Very rare to come out from that. We have to live with that. Now we cannot undo this telephone, we cannot undo this internet. It's there. It's a disturbance for the meditation, for everything. But without it, we also disturb. So that's Kali Yuga is like that. So Krishna knows it's not the first Kali Yuga. He knows it's always like this. So he's giving this Bhagavad Gita. Same knowledge which he's giving in Upanishad in very difficult language. This Vedic language has no grammar practically, just words. Like sutras, very difficult to understand. So he gives in a simple language, you are not a body, you're different. And he practically he's giving this. The soul cannot be cut, soul cannot be burned, soul cannot be dissolved, soul cannot be dried out. A body is dying, and bodies are killing each other, but no soul can kill another soul. No soul is killing, no soul is killed. So he said to Arjuna at the beginning, why you worry? You see all these kings, they have been always been, now they are, in the future they will also be. So don't worry, just do your duty. That is necessary also nowadays. Absolutely necessary for the society. This knowledge is necessary. Not if you are against vaccination or pro-vaccination. This is no knowledge. Both are ignorance. And the people go for this, but this is the real solution. This is the real solution. In Bhagavatam, Krishna gave the name Prashna Bija to this. This is the seed of all questions. Why I am thinking of Maya? This is the problem. And Krishna said, this is Manmana Bhava Matpakto Madhyajamana Namaskuru. Ameva shasti satyam te pratijani priyosam. Just think of me. Before he said, this is guyataram guyatam. This is more secret, this is guyatamam. This is the most secret. And he said, manmana bhava matbhakta. The most secret. Krishna gives free. And you see, these Bhagavad Gitas are printed in millions and millions of copies. Free, everybody distribute all over the world. The most secret knowledge. Krishna said, only one thing, manmana bhava. Just think of me. This is very secret knowledge. But we don't understand the value of this. We read the Gita and not think of Krishna. Even while reciting you can space out. It's very difficult also. Why? We need some love. How you think always of someone? If some, especially young people come together, husband, wife, then no need to tell them, just think of him or think of her. This is natural because love is there. So we need love to think of Krishna. And how we get the love? In this Kali Yuga, Krishna knows this also, so he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to distribute this love. Because without love we cannot think of Krishna. We can try, but it is mechanical, it's not real, it's artificial, it's superficial, it is partial, it cannot be full. So Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Krishna came not as Bhagavan, in Kali Yuga he came as a Bhakta. Krishna is Bhokta. He said, Aham Nisarvayaganam Bhokta cha Prabhureva. But Mahaprabhu came as Bhakta, not as a Bhokta. To give this to everyone and free. He just flooded the whole universe with his love. He came to give to everyone, to be, and he also himself came as a Bhakta. And Krishna says, this was the verse we opened, Yoginam api sarvesham, from all yogis. There are many yogis. Karma yogis, jnana yogis, dhyana yogis, these yogis, that. From Krishna in the Gita he told so many yogas. Just to be moderate, it is one yoga. Just always be same in success or in fail, this is also another yoga. So many yogas Krishna said here. Few chapter names have yoga, but there are many more yogas. But of all yogis, yoginam api sarvesham mat gate nataratmana, who is always put his mind, his self into me, shraddhavan bhajate yamam, and worships me, same yuktattamo mattaha. That is, he's the closest, he's most connected to me, he's the best yogi. This is the best yogi who is always with Krishna. This is the message of Bhagavad Gita. Manmana bhava matbhakto madhyajimam namaskar. At the end he is giving this. Sarva dharma parityaja mam ekam sharanam. Give up all these bodily dharmas. Come to your real dharma. All we have a dharma of the soul. Krishna said in the Gita, Shreya swadharmam vigunat paradharmat svanushtita. Swadharma nidanam shreya paradharma bhayavaha. Just do your own dharma, even if it's faulty, no problem. You can even die doing your own dharma, but don't do the dharma of another one. But we all do the dharma of another one, we do the dharma of this body only. Even if you die doing the dharma of your soul, means doing my own dharma, even I will die in that is better than do perfectly the dharma of the body. Krishna said, twice he said this in the Gita. Shreya swadharma vigunat paradharma svanushtita. Better to do your swadharma. Swadharma does not mean Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. That is also one meaning. But deep meaning means Atma Dharma. That's Atma Dharma. Atma Dharma means Krishna Prema. To love Krishna, to worship Krishna. This is Atma Dharma. If you do this little, maybe you die. This is better than your perfect following your bodily dharma. So Krishna says here, he's the best yogi who with his full faith thinks always of me and worships me. He is the best yogi. And you get full, then all problems solved. One just has to do it. That is not theoretical, that is knowledge. Krishna gives knowledge, but one has to apply this knowledge. And just try it. If one is become Krishna's bhakta, all problems will disappear. And not only Krishna's bhakta, we should become the bhaktas of the bhaktas. That is the best way. One time a friend of mine from Canada, he met my Gurudev 85 or something, way before I met my Gurudev. In South India, in Kovu, Guru Maharaj started there in Andhra, he started his mission. And he opened one, the first temple he opened was Bhagavad Gita Ashram. So important. So, and my friend was with another devotee, Vasu Ghosh from ISKCON. He knew Gurudev already. He's himself a good scholar. So they came in the evening and Guru Maharaj was sitting, and some brahmacharis and some village, some people from the town sitting and listening. Small gathering, like here, maybe less. And he was explaining some shastra. Then my friend, his name is Mahamantra Prabhu and Vasu Ghosh Prabhu, they came inside the temple. Then Guru Maharaj stopped the lecture and said, "Oh, here come the Vaishnavas." And he said one nice thing. If we learn to serve the Vaishnavas, all the problems of this world will be solved. So simple. So this is what is missing in our society. Completely missing. To serve the sadhus, to serve the Vaishnavas, to serve Krishna, to serve generally everyone. This is Vedic society, means to serve, to worship everything, to respect everything. This is missing. This is very much missing. When we were reciting 16th chapter, at that time Krishna is telling what is godly, what is demoniac qualities. You can see nowadays situation clearly. Due to these demoniac people who have no respect, who think they are the doers, all are suffering. Ahita sarva, this means that the whole universe is suffering because of these people. So this is missing. So therefore we have to think of Krishna, worship Krishna, surrender to Him. He will do everything. He will all. He said, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. Oh Arjuna, you take your drums and beat the drums and announce in the whole universe, Kaunteya pratijani name bhakta pranashyati. My bhakta will never be ruined. Krishna knew, if I will say, they may not trust me because he is breaking his word. But his devotee never breaks his word. He broke his word, but Bhishma did not break his word. When they were, Bhagavan and his Bhakta fighting, no? Krishna said, I will not take any weapon, I will become just charioteer. Then Bhishma stood up, you will fight. I will make you fight. So Bhishma's word was right, Krishna's word was false. Krishna is absolute truth, but in front of his Bhakta he loses all his power. So that is not a fault, that is the beauty of Krishna. So therefore Krishna knew, I will break my word. So if I say my bhaktas will never perish, will never be ruined, then they may not believe. But if Arjuna will say, everybody will believe. So he said, Kaunteya pratijana, you Arjuna, you say, my devotee will never go down. I will always protect. And Krishna will hold his bhakta like the father is holding his small child. Maybe go on the roof with the child, maybe the child will fall, but it's no problem. So devotees also may fall, but Krishna, our Father, will keep us. Nothing will happen. At all circumstances, millions of examples we have there, most prominent like Prahlad Maharaj and all these Haridas Thakur and Mahaprabhu's Leela. Always, whatever will happen, Krishna will come and will protect. Under all circumstances, He is the Supreme Lord. He is inside every atom, He is inside every second, everywhere He is. So, no need for Him to appear, He is already here.
Yeah.
Krishna is everywhere, yes.
Maharaj, in which chapter does Krishna shows his Vishwarupa?
That is 11th chapter. He shows his Vishwarup. Why he shows his Vishwarup? Because in 10th chapter Krishna said, I am this, I am that. From everything he is the best. Among the fish he is the shark, among the trees he is the ashwat, he is the banyan tree. Among the demigods he is Indra, among the people he is the king, whatever. Among the letters he is among the yagyas he is Japa Yagya. He said many, many things. He is Brihaspati among the scholars, and he is also Shukracharya among the poets. Everything he said, and at the end he said, what is need to tell more? Everything which is beautiful, everything which is opulent, everything which is special is just a fraction of myself. Just one spark is everything what is special in the whole universe. Everybody can say that. And we have many Bhagavans in India, many avatars, they are there, they have little mystic power and people following. So everybody can say that. Arjuna knows also everybody can say that he wants to prove. Krishna said, I am this, I am this, I am this, I am this, I am this. And Arjuna said, can you show this please? Therefore Krishna showed he is all these things. Then he showed to everyone on the battlefield. Now then everybody, that was clear, Krishna is Bhagavan. And our Acharya said, if some Bhagavan will come, appear and tell him, show this Vishwarup, then we believe. Otherwise we take our shoes and beat him. So, Prabhupada said, take your boots, not the shoes, take the winter shoes and beat them. Should not believe this. What is not given in Shastra, what is not... Because all avatars are mentioned in Shastra. Also prophecy is there. Buddha will come is mentioned in Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam was written 5,000 years before. Buddha appeared 2,600 years back. So Buddha is mentioned. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is mentioned. Who are avatars? They are mentioned. So if anybody else will come and tell his avatar, okay, he can fool many people, but he cannot, who has knowledge, and he cannot fool also sadhus, he cannot fool of course the Supreme Lord, and Yamaraj will take care. If somebody is a cheater, even he may be Bhagavan. Krishna's Leela also when Bhagavan appeared, among the demoniac kings, like Jarasandha and the Shishupal and all them. They had one, his name was Pundarik, no? So they told him, oh actually you are the real Pundarik. This in Dwaraka, he is an imposter, you are the real Pundarik. You are so powerful. And then Pundarik started to believe that. His friends told him he's Bhagavan, so he started to believe he's Bhagavan. So he put 2 extra arms on he made himself some chakra he made and yellow dhoti, he put everything. Then he sent one letter to Dwaraka and told to Krishna, Krishna, you go. I am the real Paundraka Vasudev. I am the real. So if you don't submit, if you don't obey, come and fight. Then this letter came, Krishna was in the assembly, in Dwaraka, all together, like Balaram was there, Uddhava was there, the queens were there, all ministers were there, all the important Dwarakavasis were there, and that messenger came with a letter. And he gave, I think, the letter to Uddhava to read loud. Then all started laughing like anything. Balaram started laughing so much. Then he challenged. And then they came out from, he went to his city, Krishna, then Pundaraka came out from the city with same chariot like Krishna, same flag, 2 artificial arms with some chakra which was not working. And he told to Krishna, now is last chance, you can surrender if you want. And Krishna just sent his Sudarshan chakra and finished him. So we can also be in front of Krishna, nobody can stand. And who has a Krishna in his heart? Nobody can cheat him. Krishna said in Gita, Nahi kalyana krit kaschit durgatim tatte gacchati. Who is doing good, good means what Krishna says, who worships Krishna, nobody can cheat him. Nothing bad can come to him. So this is Krishna's, he said, Same yuktata mata, this is my opinion, he is the best yogi who has full faith in me and worships me with all his self, who Madgate Nata Atmana, who is completely absorbed in me. He is the best yogi. Under all circumstances, and this yogi who always thinks of Krishna, he will think of everyone. He will not exclude anyone. That means Krishna consciousness. This is Srila Prabhupada founded this mission for Krishna consciousness. You cannot think, oh, we are the Krishna conscious people and these are the demons. Then where is our Krishna consciousness? Krishna is not in their heart. He's not in the heart of the materialists, not in the heart, he is everywhere. So, therefore, who's in the just a few verses before in this same chapter, Krishna said, a very beautiful verse. Very beautiful verse. Here. Atmopanyena sarvatra samam pashyati yo arjuna sukham vayadi vadukam sayogi paramamata. Again Krishna says sayogi paramamata. My opinion is this is the topmost yogi. Same yogi is that one who worships Krishna with full faith, is the same yogi who sees that all others have same feeling like I have. I'm happy, I know how is the taste of happiness. I'm suffering, I also know how is the taste of suffering. I have pain, I know how is pain, so how I can give pain to anybody else? Who sees the same, his own self, who from his own self realizes all others have the same feeling, samam pashyati Arjuna, sees all same, sukham vayadi va dukkham. How they are happy, how they are suffering, he is the best yogi. Therefore, who is worshipping Krishna, he cannot give pain to anyone. He will cry if others are crying. He will want to help. Why the sadhus come here? Why they preach? Why our Gurudev with 90 years traveled all over the world? We with 50 years we cannot do that. With 90 years he was traveling with full, everywhere he came with full energy, he was preaching. Why so many preachers, they risk a heart attack? Many preachers, they get heart attack because they preach. It's such a heavy work. They travel so much to give this because they understand these are my jivas, this is my family who are suffering. This is not anybody else, it's not nobody's outsider if we come to Krishna. We cannot, nobody's outsider, all are in the family. So they are crying because my family members are crying. If your son is crying, can you still sit just and watch TV? You cannot. You will do everything, but they see everybody is my family member. So they cannot sit. Prabhupada came from Radha Damodar temple, from the middle of the holiest place in the middle of Vrindavan, and left this and went to hell to preach to New York. And sit together with some crazy people who are taking drugs and who have no idea how to honor anyone, what to speak to honor one sadhu. Morning time he was standing in the queue to take shower with all these crazy people. He never said anything. With this, he came with this to give this knowledge what Krishna gave him. This is this Amrita, Gita Amrita. To give this, so therefore I am giving this Bhagavad Gita to you. Please read this. This is the only price for this book. This book should be for free, but the price is to read this. Read it and read it and read it again and again. There is no, you cannot finish this book. It's such a beautiful knowledge. And who will read this Gita, he will become successful. And who will teach this Gita? If you tell your friends to read Gita, then Krishna says, you are the most dear to me and nobody will ever be in the future more dear to me. Then who will give this knowledge to the bhaktas? In the end, Krishna said this. He is my dearmost, he will get bhakti, he will come to me, he is the most dear, nobody will ever be dearer than him. Who speak this Bhagavad Gita to us. So that is most important. Today is the appearance day of this wonderful Bhagavad Gita. I thank you all for chanting together this Gita and worship Bhagavad Gita and to listen, to speak and to think. And we pray to Srimad Bhagavad Gita to get the blessings.
I think on behalf of everybody, thank you very much, Maharaj.
And we thank Maharaj who came,
both of you.
And all devotees.
And all of you who came, please, thank you very much.
It's a very holy day, so only so few people came,
Yeah.
but anyhow they are fortunate. It's Manda Sumanda, it's a Manda Bhagya. We don't know the value of this holy. It's simple, just sit 2 hours, give. And get full blessings. It's Mokshadaya Ekadashi. Moksha Maharaj told, moksha is the beginning, it's not the end. For Vaishnavas, this Sayujya Mukti, that is like hell. Kaivalya Narakayate, one of Acharya, Prabodhananda Saraswati said, Kaivalya. We don't want moksha, we come after moksha, we want to start. Moksha from this world is good. Then we don't want moksha from Krishna's service. We don't want moksha from Krishna's kata. Not just to become one with everything and forget it. No, we want to have the loving service. Thank you so much. Srila Gurudeva ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Gita Jayanti ki jai, Shri Mokshadaya Ekadashi ki jai, Shri Ekadashi Bratkari Bhakta Brinda ki jai, Bhumangal Sri Nam Sankirtan ki jai, Sripad Bhakti Chaturna Singh Maharaj ki jai, Gop Premanande Hari Sadhu Maharaj ki jai.